taking a long night drive in Massachusetts. But what of the road itself? This specially commissioned tale by Laura Barton gives voice to Route 128. Joe Schwab reads Roadrunner.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roadrunner, Roadrunner. Going faster miles an hour.
I am the road. I am the road. I am the road. And I'm coming faster miles an hour, and I am a force. Lie down and let me roll. I am asphalt heaped upon soft sand, upon fine gravel, broken rock. I am piled, compacted, rolled, and blacktopped. I am forged by the hot heart of this planet, by the sweat of men and the groan of machinery. Feel the brawn of me, the muscle. I am a sinew built for this new nation, this broad land. I have been laid down next to the river and the railroad, but I am stronger and faster than them both. They call me the Yankee Division Highway. They call me the Beltway, the Corridor, the Magic Semicircle, but I am Route 128. I am the road. What is a road in America? It is a vertebra in the great endoskeleton of this nation. It is the push west. It is the whip that drives us forward, that tames this great frontier. And how many lines have we written? How many songs have we sung about our roads? The myth of them, the glory, and the romance pulse through our poetry and our pop music. But I am not the road not taken. I am not Route 66. I am not Highway 61. I am Route 128. I am a ring road in Massachusetts. I am a road for a new generation, a new America. It is 1972, and I need a new song. 45 years ago I began, 1927. It was farming and fishing here then. Beet fields and orchards, tides of cod and yellowtail flounder. It was shoe factories and financial services, tanned leather and cotton nets, filing cabinets, numbers, scales. And in those days, in the beginning, I was only a chain of carriage roads strung together and renamed Route 128. I was an idea, an invisible thread that tied one town to the next. I was blueprints and planning applications and awaiting government funding. I was a set of costs, a calculation of manpower and materials, machinery and pipeline and gravel, hours labored, safety inspections, detours, councils, furious objections. But still, in my mind, I was like bunting pinned between houses. Lights trailed high in the trees. A celebration, a fate, a promise of what was to come. And all along those carriage roads, they put up signposts, announcing me, declaring me. Route 128, they read. Route 128. Route 128. A new name for the old roads. A new name for the modern world. Route 128. Route 128. A name I called out until others called me it too. I was singing a song of myself. Later came the electronics. Along the length of me, the die works gave way to the wires and the circuit boards of a new age. Raytheon, General Radio, Clevite, and the industrial parks built to hold them. And they called me a new name then, the high-tech highway. And I sung myself out into the modern world. I am America's technology highway. I am the Massachusetts miracle. I am the road. I am the road. I am the road. 1952, a warm, thick day for the opening of my run from Danvers to Needham. The asphalt top of me hot enough to cling to the feet of the visiting dignitaries, there in their smart shoes and their crisp suits to cut ribbons and applaud. And beneath the fuss I lay there, surly and sullen, the lip of me curling. And I saw fear then in the eyes of the old guard, as if blinded by the glower and gleam of my newness, as if deafened by the sound of my voice, raised up and singing. And the song I sang was a new song, A song I sang for a new generation. My rhythms, new rhythms, unheard and unfelt before. And I told of the change that was coming, the surge of a new age rising. It was 1955 when Business Week ran the headline, "New England Highway Upsets Old Way of Life." And I preened in my notoriety. I reveled in the fear of the computer science boom, in the dark suspicion of this new kind of devilry. 1955. What a time! What a time! The dawn of the computer age, the rise of the automobile, the birth of rock and roll. And I carried them all. I carried them all. I was there when they all began. I hunkered down and shouldered them. I am the road. I spring out of Gloucester, Massachusetts, a little to the east, pressed up against Route 127A. Gloucester, a town named for the old world, like so many towns around here. And I ride on down to Canton in the south, in Norfolk County, beneath the great Blue Hill. And between Gloucester and Canton I run. I run and I run. Milton, Boston, Dedham, Needham, Newton, Waltham. I run and I run until my lungs are full and sore, until the limbs of me burn and roar and ache. I dive down to Boston Harbor to gaze out over Massachusetts Bay, out to Deer Island, across the roadless expanse of cold, dark water. And I dance with the interstates, with I-95, I-93, US 1, and Interstate 90. The Mass Pike, in other words. A ballet, a waltz, a pirouette. But I am the leader. I guide them across the floor. I am Route 128. I am 58 miles long. At points, I stretch 6 lanes wide. I am the road. I am the finishing line of the city, the starting point of the suburbs. I am where the gray frustration of dead afternoons meets the fury of the town. I ferry the blank-eyed from the safety of their streets to the bright lights and wild thrust of the city. And I carry them back to the comfort of neat lawns and familiar faces, to the porch steps and the light still on in the hall. I carry the workers, the young lovers cruising. I take the juggernauts and the hitchhikers, the early morning deliveries, the long-distance drivers, the lovelorn and the sleepless and the lost. And I carry the young men in their muscle cars, spiraling through the night with the windows down and the music loud. I press up against their wheels, inhale the burnt rubber, kiss them, hold them, cradle them. I am the road, I whisper beneath them. I am the road, I am the road, I am the road. You cannot ignore me, for I am relentless. I am the hot charge of progress, the march of time, the waves that carry us forward, forward, ever forward. I turn through the seasons, churning spring to summer, fall, gathering strength. I plow over those who cower at the might of me. This is the force of the road. In the summer months, then the heat and the stench of me will rise up, and I will stick in your craw and suck on your teeth, and I will dance in the hairs in your nose and the buds on your tongue. You will see the warmth rise up off me, the glistening sweat of my hot, tarry body, all my long limbs stretched out in the hazing afternoon. And now, in the wintertime, I'm slicked white, webbed with the cold of a new year and a late night, the bright frost of adventure. And tonight, out there drives a young man bewitched by the promise of me. I feel him spinning across me, running over my limbs. He is in love with the glow of me, with the sound of my song, with me singing. I am the road, I am the road. I am the road. I see him now. The quick light steps from front porch to car door, the white breath blooming in the cold black night. I see the key kiss ignition, the foot find accelerator. I see the young knuckles tight around the steering wheel. And the car air is warming now, the engine quickening, the pale hand stretches for the radio dial. And now the music. And now the lights. And now the handbrake lifted and the wheels in turn. And away we spin. Away, away, away into the night, all ablaze, all in motion, all lit up with youth and music and the roar of an automobile. I was built for this moment. I was built to carry this young man in his Plymouth car from this still suburban street in Natick past the sap green sign of the Howard Johnson and the neon lights of the Stop and Shop. I was built to carry him out into the wilds of this state, far from the city to where the land stretches broad and silent, and the road runs through blackness and your eyes search for the secret blinking of a radio tower, for the soft glow of a porch light, for the fierce glare of a gas station. I was built to beckon him back to the suburbs, to the city, to the industrial park and the high-rise towers, to the bright, breathless burst of the modern world with all its light and wonder and promise. I was built to remind those who travel me of the simple, surging joy of being alive. And I was built to rejoice in the glory of noise, and the reverberation of metal and a hot engine, the low thrum of neon, the fuzz and fade of the car radio sweeping the dark airwaves, searching for a voice, a tune, a sign of life. I was built to inspire a song, a love song for a road, for a car, for music in the modern world. A song about going faster miles an hour with the radio on. And this is how they will remember me. With a song. With 3 chords and a Massachusetts drawl. With a pop hit from 1972 sung by a strange and wild-eyed boy from Natick. But I have a song of my own. And those who live along the banks and brow of me will hear me sing it. They will hear my voice. They will hear my long sigh through the days and the nights. An exhalation, a breath, the lungs of the modern world heaving. The future is noise. It is factories and diggers and the hum of neon. It is all-night grocery stores with the throb of gas pump, refrigerator, coffee machine, and the screech of brakes and the thrum of engines, and radios spilling out through car windows. It is a cacophony, a roar, a beautiful orchestra, and I am its conductor. I carry the noise of the new world.
Right. Bye-bye.
Roadrunner was written by Laura Barton and read by John Schwab. It was produced by Jeremy Osborne and was a Sweet Talk production for BBC Radio 4.